Now, doing this move can actually hinder your floorball progress. Now, I explain. It is not that you should not do this, but what I'm trying to teach you in this video is something that you do in the midst of it might affect the other parts of your floorball skills and development. If you want to know about it, just do continue this video. Welcome to Basics, welcome to Floorball Basics. It's been a while since I did the last video, so if you do check in on here, thank you very much. Do remember to like, subscribe, and share it to your friends who are still learning the game of floorball. Yes, recently I've been busy doing the Floorball Basics Academy, the clinics. It's still in June holidays. Not today's in this video. I'm just going to talk about two things, which is number one, the skill of doing this. Right, the skill of doing this, it's fancy. It's fanciful for many young kids, probably like you watching in this video right now. However, I want to talk about another aspect, which is the alignment of your hands towards your stick. So I'm going to come close to the camera first. In one of the videos, I did mention about how you're going to align your hand. Okay, but first things first, the top of the blade form a V. So at the bottom of the V, I will align it all the way and hold it this way. Okay, so this is what I would hold to align my stick while playing. Okay, while playing. But however, in order to do this skill, okay, what I've noticed is certain players, instead of aligning their stick this way, because they want to do that rotational movement, they align their stick such that it aligns this way. See the blade that just moved? This should be the original alignment, but because they wanna do this, right? So they tilt their hand inwards a bit more. So if I will draw the V, originally it was here. They tilt the hand inwards a bit more, so now you cannot see my V, right? Thinking that by tilting, they are able to do this rotational a bit better, which is kind of true because now with the rotational inside, you might be able to rotate a bit more. Okay, however, if this becomes a habit, what happens is if you were to shoot the ball while align your wrist or your hand this way, now it doesn't really work, if you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so from that aspect, let me just kind of show you from this angle. This is the original alignment where I'm going to shoot the ball versus the alignment I'm going to see my hand, I'm going to tilt inside. So certain players, I'm just going to exaggerate a bit, they tilt inside, and when they start shooting, the alignment, your elbow, shoulders alignment is just totally off. And with that, the drag shots does go off. I repeat, the drag shot does go off. So what would you rather have more in your repertoire, which is being able to do your drag shots, or you want to do that fancy skill during the game? So this is something that you probably can take note of. Go and think about it. Go and observe yourself. If you do switch your alignment of your hands just because you want to work on this skill. Okay, so but that being said, let me just touch quickly on how did I execute this skill by itself. Again, I align my hand correctly while doing this skill. I can first try with one hand. Okay, essentially, you want to try to draw the ball in a very semicircle situation, and then draw it back. Okay, draw, semicircle, and then draw it back. So this is with one hand first. Okay, with one hand first, you're going to just do it a few times. Oops. You're going to do it a couple of times until you're comfortable. So draw, catch it, and being able to draw it back. So there'll be at times where you feel like me over what you are seeing over here. But essentially what you want to do is being able to circulate while keeping your alignment intact. Again, not tilting all the way inwards. So after a few times, now you want to do it with two hands. Of course, two hands is ought to be more stable. Try to use your secondary hand, that means the hand that's holding on the stick below, to now push it even more, and do the controlling. Okay, so then now the primary level, the primary hand becomes a stabilizer. Secondary hand will push, control, and then pull it back. So when you want to try to do it fast, again based on memory, you want to try to execute quicker. Okay, so of course there'll be at times you fail like me, like this again, but all in all is being able to execute without thinking. So when I overthink like just now a couple of times, I do miss it. But when I try not to overthink, it should go a lot more smoother. Yeah, so I managed to do it. Again, at times you might overthink, but how not to overthink, which is to practice it in a more drier situation. Okay, get used to the muscle memory and not rush it just to want to get the skill done per se. Once you did enough of repetition, enough of muscle memory, and then once you do it, you should be a lot more comfortable. That being said, last message, this skill should not be applied every single time you have the ball. If you do it once in a while, it will wow your crowd, it will wow your opponents, but if it's done regularly, it might not be as applicable or might look a bit silly at times. Okay, so that is another skill you need to learn, which is first applying the skill. First is learning the skill, and then next is applying the skill on court at the right time. Okay, I hope this video does help you in your journey in your floorball skills. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.